was hard.
Jason Hohensee. I live in Tallahassee, Florida. So it's not a good simulation for the mountains that I'm gonna see in the Alps. But the nice thing about Tallahassee, it's in North Florida. We're about 4 or 5 hours away from the start of the Appalachian Mountains. My parents actually just moved up to Tallahassee about a year ago. Mom is a nervous wreck most times that I get out on a bike. My dad is definitely where I got the stubbornness from. I've been cycling for 5 years. I actually signed up for an Ironman triathlon, and I just absolutely fell in love with cycling. On one of those trips up the Appalachian Mountains, I was descending off of the tallest point in Georgia, Brasstown Bald. I was coming down off of the mountain. It was the very last turn of the day, very steep. But I went to hit my brakes and they just completely locked up. It just threw me off of the bike. I landed right on my hip on the asphalt, and I ended up having what they call a spiral fracture of the pelvis. They put a couple rods in my femur and in my hip. They told me it was a very, very serious accident. I believe the words were, "This is bad, this is really bad, and I don't think you're ever gonna ride your bike again." It was a shock at that time, but I called my partner and we talked about it for about a minute and got over it real quickly. And I said to her, you know what? They don't know me. They know what the X-rays tell them. So they don't know about my passion for cycling and my ability to push through the mental pain and the physical pain and just my resolve to complete the out route.
Every time he came in, he literally exuded all the goals that I had for him. The first time I saw him, he was on a walker. The second time I saw him, he was on a cane. And from there, he just took off. And he told me the first day that I met him that his goal was to compete in the Holt route.
I'm just so impressed and, constantly in awe of the challenges that he places in front of him, whether they're welcomed or unwelcomed. I know with the out route, even after experiencing some unfortunate setbacks with his accident, he still, has 100% been committed and dedicated to not only his own recovery, but to this race and to this endeavor for his cause, which I find to be the most admirable part of all of this.
After the accident that he had last year, I'm very nervous about him riding in the mountains again. He's seen his dad accomplish a lot of things, so he understands when you start something, you finish it and you give it your all. You do the best that you can.
I have a hard time getting my mind wrapped around that. First of all, the challenge alone. The dad side of me would wish it was just a little less challenging and a little less dangerous, perhaps. And we've watched enough Tour de France races where crashes are not unheard of. So we will worry about that aspect of it. We're proud of him for trying, and I'm sure he'll do us proud, but we'll be happy when he's home and safe.
The Madeleine, the Glandon, and the mythical Alpe d'Huez 21 bends.
right now, I can't wait for those mountains. And the scenery itself, I mean, it's just going to be incredible. It's beautiful. It's not something that I've ever experienced, and so I just can't wait for it.